Hey there, I'm the MadCatster. My glad to see you here. Well, since we heard the Ace family's divorce announcement the other day, a couple of interesting things have come to light. I'm going to tell you about it and I'm going to show you a couple of things. You know me, I've got the deets and all the receipts, so buckle up and let's go. So I am here with Sybil the Enforcer. And Sybil says, please like and subscribe. We are now less than 900 subscribers away from 40,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We would really appreciate it. Sybil would appreciate it. She's not feeling so good today, but she came down anyways to see you guys. We know that Catherine Mcbroom made this big announcement of their divorce and their decision to divorce of the Ace family, and Austin quickly followed up, and I did a video about Austin's latest creeping into the DMs of some OF models, trying to solicit them for representation because, you know, he's such a big agent in Hollywood. And then when the announcement came the following day, Rich Lux and I did a live stream to talk about it. And if you haven't seen it, you can replay the live stream. Just go to my content and under live streams, you will be able to see it there. After all of that happened, Catherine then posted another video where she basically goes a little more into what's happening with her and what her motivation is and some other things. And she said something very interesting, I thought, and you can tell me what you think after you hear it. She doesn't say something explicitly, but I interpreted her language to basically allude to the fact that a lot of what we've heard over the years maybe is true when it comes to Austin. You can tell me. And then I'm going to show you a piece of video that they had put out, I think last year. Was it last year or the end of 2022? It might have been the end of 2022. And I remembered it after Rich and I had gone live, and I thought, oh my God, this could have been like a sign. And maybe Catherine's crystals were working a year ago when she said something very prophetic, and I'm going to show you that clip as well. So let's take a look at what Catherine posted, and I'll give you some commentary at a couple of points in it.
So you know when you share something very life-changing with your family or your friends or even the public, right? Obviously, you know, my life has been very public for many years. We've been making content and, you know, on YouTube for many, many years. And so I'm trying to live my life genuinely. Like, I just want to go back to just being myself, actually like truly being myself in my most rawest form.
So Catherine's talking about how she wants to go back to being herself and her true self and her raw self. I think all kind of witnessed how Austin has really dominated the scene while they were doing the Ace family. And I've always suspected that most of the harebrained schemes that they get up to were the brainchild, if you can call it a brain, of Austin. And I think Catherine just basically got zipped along for the ride. And again, don't leave me nasty comments. I've told you before, I'm not a fan of Catherine's. I'm just telling you my observation. And I think the more I've learned and the more the lawsuits have come and the more I've learned how Austin's father, Alan Mcbroom, is involved in a lot of this stuff, I suspect it's the two of them that are making these bad decisions. And I'm glad Catherine's finally going to get herself away from that. But now listen to this next part of what she says, because this is the part I'm talking about where she doesn't say something explicitly, but I kind of infer what she's alluding to. So you tell me what you think.
This is going to go everywhere, but I do want to say that, and I own this. I own up to this. I lied to myself for a very long time. And I was not happy. And my main priority was always my kids and my family, and just prioritizing them because they're the most important thing to me. And I feel like at the end of the day, nothing else really matters other than your family and people that are close to you and love.
So she's telling us that she's lied to herself, that she wasn't happy, but that she prioritized her kids, of course, which is what most mothers would do, most good mothers would do. And that sounds to me like she's saying she basically stuck with it for the sake of her kids, but I think she's kind of gotten to the point where she just can't do it anymore. And when she says she was lying to herself and she wasn't happy, I suspect what she's alluding to is all of the rumors we've heard about Austin's infidelity may actually be true, and this may be her tacit way of acknowledging that. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But she goes on.
So moving forward now, things have changed because I realized that in order for kids to truly be happy, I have to be truly happy, like truly happy inside. And yeah, I feel like I was lying to myself for a long time, telling myself that I was happy, because one thing about me and Austin is we never fought, we never argued, nothing, like nothing. We were and still are the bestest friends. And so for me, I thought like, oh, there's nothing wrong. Like there's nothing wrong here. But I had been lying to myself, and I knew that certain things didn't feel right and certain things weren't right. This goes back like years.
So now notice again, she's saying that she and Austin never argued. So we know it's not because they've been fighting and they're at each other's throats. But she's saying that, you know, again, that she's lying to herself. And the key word there is she's saying that it goes back a number of years. So the fact that she calls him her friend, and the fact that she's talking about she's been unhappy for years. Well, they've had 3 kids, so you have to infer that it's something greater than just their intimate connection. So I infer, again, that she's talking about Austin's extramarital conduct.
But again, like one thing about me is my loyalty and my commitment to my family is unmatched. And that's one thing that I will always take pride in, because my loyalty is like I'm like the definition of loyal. Like I'm very loyal, and I always protect. So I think being this way has kind of caused me to put aside my happiness, and I'm saying a lot without saying a lot right now. If you didn't notice.
And I'm not going to play the whole thing because it goes on for a while longer, but you'll see in this, like this last little bit I just showed, where she's talking about she's fiercely loyal and that's gotten in the way of her being happy. So again, I could be wrong, but I think it's going back to the fact that she stayed with him for the sake of the kids, and she's weathered through all the crap that's gone on because she's very loyal, and that she realized finally that it's really compromising her own happiness. And so now she's going to move on and try to make herself happy and find some positivity for her own life and make a life for herself, and probably end up being a lot happier. And I'm sure that will have a positive impact on her children as well. But you let me know what you think. Now I'm going to show you a clip. I don't know if you remember or if you saw, but when the Ace family moved, and again, I think it might have been the end of 2022, they had done a video just before they moved out where they were like packing up and everything. And Catherine says, and Austin say some things that I think were really a harbinger of where we are today. See, you know, they're packing up, and she's clearly, even though she's trying to make light of it, she's clearly irritated with him because he's really not done a whole lot. Even though he's moved the clothes out of the closet, he's really just piled them up on the floor. And what she's saying is, and she's inferring is, she's going to be the one that's going to have to pack that stuff up. And I'm not surprised, because he always seemed very immature to me, and he almost seems like he has ADD, like he's like all over the place, and I have ADD, so I know what I'm talking about. But he seems like he's just, you know, he's not one to take responsibility. But then this next part is the part that I think is very telling as to foreboding of where we are today online, you know, and do live, and people were going to probably do pay-per-view or whatever. I think it was because they really never got married. Now, I have already looked at the court docket. There's not a filing yet. That doesn't mean anything. Don't read anything into that. They've just announced it, so they may just be starting the process. But I'm going to keep my eyes open, because I want to see an actual filing for divorce. If they never file something, we'll know that they were not married. But I'll keep you up to date. I want to quickly thank a few people from Amazon. Now, also so you know, I still have quite a few people to thank. So if you sent something and I haven't thanked you yet, please don't be alarmed and don't be annoyed or mad. I will thank you. I'll get through between now and the next 2 videos. I'll get through everybody. So if you don't hear yourself today and you didn't hear yourself in the last video, please be patient. I will thank you. Today I want to thank Lisa S., who sent us some Temptations cat treats. Thank you very, very much. I also want to thank Erin G. Once again, Erin, thank you so much. She sent us some more cat litter, which we really appreciate as well. And I want to thank, I don't know if you pronounce this, please forgive me if I mispronounce this, Ixa, or it's IXA, Ixa, or if you're Catalan, it could be Isha, I guess. But thank you so much for your generosity. And they sent us 2 packs of Frisky cat food. So basically a whole case of Frisky canned cat food. Thank you so much, you guys. We really appreciate it. Sybil's purring away, even though she doesn't feel good. She's purring away. She's such a good girl. I love this girl so much. But I want to thank all of our Patreon patrons. Thank you again. I'm probably going to be looking to take Sybil for an evaluation at the vet because, you know, we keep getting the steroids and we keep getting the pain medicine. And it's really a cycle that I don't think is good for her, number one. And there doesn't seem to be any remission in the stomatitis. So we may end up having to get the rest of her teeth taken out. I'm very nervous because of her age. But I really don't want to keep putting her through this cycle. So I'll probably be going to get an evaluation. So thank you, Patreon patrons and the channel members who support us every month. Thank you so much. That's going to help me get her what's probably going to be very expensive dental surgery. And I'm going to have to think hard because I'm so nervous at her age to go under general anesthesia. Sometimes can be very dangerous. So I don't know. But thank you so much to our Patreon patrons and our channel members. You guys are so awesome. Thank you to everybody who supported us. Subscribe if you're not subscribed so we can hit 40,000, please. I'm making a video about Lauren the Mortician and her questionable attorney, Jeanette, right after this. So that video will be premiering tomorrow. Look for that. In the interim, take care of yourselves, love one another, and I will see you in the next one.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.